Hi everyone, it's Allie from Fathom 5 Tarot, and I'm here to do your week ahead reading. It's the 4th of April. Yeah, God, hard to believe. And so this will go from the 4th to the 12th. And I hope you're having a happy Easter if that is something that you celebrate, and that you're enjoying maybe a bit of a long weekend, depending on where you are and what you do. So this week I've decided to use the Whispering Spirits Tarot by Joanna Nelson. Earlier this week on my channel, if you're interested, I did post a what I have learned from Insert Tarot Deck Here installment in my series, and this was the deck that I used. I knew I wanted to use it because it's a very springy deck to me. It's a real outlier in my collection in that I don't usually go for sort of more cutesy decks, but I did purchase this one thinking that I might be reading more publicly at an outdoor festival last year that was of course canceled because of COVID, and although I don't habitually or usually read for kids, I was like, I better have something super kid friendly just in case. I wasn't sure how that would go down, and it's actually a great little deck with a lot of teachings, so I'll link that video below just in case you're interested. But in the meantime, let's get to it. It's a springy deck, and it is spring technically where I am, although it is quite cold here and snowed earlier this week. But that's how it always goes in Canada. My birthday is near the end of April, and my mom's joke was always that she never knew on my birthday party invitations when I was a little girl to tell kids to bring their bathing suits or snow pants to my party, because April is bananas. All right. So these cards, as you can see, I'm shuffling them sideways because they're quite big, but I like that. They're borderless, they're cute. And we'll just see what we get. Oh, it's dropped like half the deck, like I do every week. It wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be on my channel if I hadn't dropped half the deck, right? Oh, there we go again. And no, these, in my defense, these are huge. They're not as big as my Tarot of Trees, but they are big. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I'm going to have to do that last pull again because I actually pulled 2 cards instead of 1. So I don't know how to... I guess I could have just let them both lie, but... Oh my God. All right, those are staying on the table. I'm taking you. And we'll see what we get. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. So the cards that we got are the Knight of Cups, or what am I talking about? Knight of Pentacles, coins in this deck, upright, Page of Wands, also upright. That's so cute. And then the 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So if you've watched this channel at all, you know that one of my favorite cards, my favorite court, well, that's tough actually, but I do love me a Knight of Pentacles because the energy of the Knight of Pentacles is so different from the other knights. He's still like a go-getter, still going out to do something. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my cat. But it's a slower vibe. It's much more earthy because it's the coins. If you've got the Rider-Waite Smith, he's on a draft horse. And this one's got like these plowed fields. Like it's very much like doing the work, sort of the slow grunt work that's required to make something happen, often material things. And then we have next to him the Page of Wands, right? So this younger energy, this spark of creativity. So this suggests to me like a real balance between like, maybe you've got your head down. This came out first. So maybe you've got your head down and you're just like working, grinding. And maybe you need to take some time to remember what it is that got you into wanting to do that work in the first place, right? Like that spark of passion, that new growth, that energy, the thing that keeps you going, that took you there in the first place. I think that's maybe the best way to say it. And maybe that's something you're overlooking. And certainly when you, like anything that you do, that you practice is not always fun. Even if you love the thing, like there's always the downside. There's always the grit and the grind. This is true. I remember my best friend and I talk about this all the time, and that we're in careers that we love, but we didn't realize before we got into them that they were actually also just jobs, and they have like, just grind, just work to do. That's not the rewarding part. It's maybe not the public facing part. And this is true of any hobby as well, right? If you're working to improve a skill, one of my most beloved hobbies and times in my life was when I was working on a horse ranch with this herd of 60 horses. But, and it was just this passion and this love. But there would be days at the end of the day where I'd be like, oh, I hate horses. Like you're just so sick of that thing that you have to do so much and you just want to do something else. So just take some time to go back to that like childlike Paige energy, and what is it about that thing that really inspires you? Because the 9 of Cups is here. Oh, look at that little thing. Sorry, my cat's climbing all over the place. But it's in reverse, right? So whatever fruits and joys and whatever abundance you're going to, sorry, there's a bit of, these are quite glossy cards. Whatever you're going to feel from it, it's there, but not this week. The rewards that you're going to reap are, you maybe feel like you should be reaping them because you've been doing all of this. And maybe you need to do this. Maybe you need to like get back in touch with what it is. Maybe you're too sucked up into the minutia, the paperwork, you're just being bogged down by this type of work when you should be experiencing and balancing the joy of it. Because this, unfortunately, this thing that we all want, right? This reaping the rewards, those amazing moments where you realize what it is that you do, is just not in the cards for this week. And that can be a bit of a bummer. So just find your Page of Wands, guys. Find the thing. Look, there's my cat. Find the thing and keep that fire, that little wand fire burning, so that you can continue on with the hard work. And this is going to come, like it came up in the reading. It's just not going to come this week. So be patient, be kind to yourself, and remember your passions. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you're interested in seeing more of the Whispering Spirits Tarot, I will link that other video below where I talk about what I've learned from it. It's a really sweet little deck. I do love the fact that the faces are not very defined. There's just every time I pull these cards, there's a different little energy out of them. And so if you think you're not a cutesy deck person, but you're like sort of interested, maybe this would be a good one for you. So the cat's climbing on my chair behind me. I'm ending this. This is a nightmare. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.